We earn a commission for products purchased through some links in this article. Emmerdale villain Amit Sharma comes under pressure next week as Eric Pollard starts to play detective. Amit fears that his sinister secrets are under threat after Eric realizes that he can't be trusted. This week's scenes see Amit launch a cruel plan to con Eric by tempting him with a dodgy business proposal. However, the tables soon turn as Eric makes it clear that he's no fool. In follow-on scenes next week, an irritated Amit warns Eric to stay out of his affairs from now on. Although Eric is unsettled by the warning, he privately vows to keep digging to uncover what Amit is hiding. Vinny Dingle also gets involved by secretly swiping Amit's keys to Holdgate Farm. He hands them over to Eric, encouraging him to snoop round the house and see if he can find any clues. Eric takes the idea on board and secretly enters Holdgate while the place is empty. Now suspicious over his friend's death, Eric is disturbed when he walks past the spot where Rishi lost his life. Meanwhile, Vinny tries to buy Eric as much time as possible by distracting Amit at the hide. Amit suspects something is amiss, especially as his keys are missing, so he cuts Vinny off and walks out. Vinny makes a call to Eric to warn him, but Eric is too busy looking through Amit's files in the hope of finding a killer clue. Will he be caught in the act? Before long, Eric confronts both Amit and Jai Sharma with his suspicions, but he's left frustrated when Jai refuses to listen. Jai seems to pity Eric, rather than taking him seriously. Frustrated over how things have gone, Eric and Vinny fear that they've provoked a murderer. Will they live to regret it? Emmerdale airs these scenes on Monday, March 25th and Tuesday, March 26th. The winds of change whispered through the quaint village of Emmerdale, carrying with them the weight of secrets and the burden of guilt. Among the rolling hills and picturesque landscapes, hidden truths lurked in the shadows, waiting to be unveiled. And on this fateful day, the veil of deception would be torn asunder, revealing the harsh reality that lay beneath. The sun dipped low on the horizon, casting long shadows across the village square as the residents of Emmerdale went about their daily lives, unaware of the storm brewing on the horizon. Among them walked Amit, his footsteps heavy with the weight of the secret he bore. For weeks, he had carried the burden of guilt, knowing that he held the key to unlocking the truth behind Rishi's tragic demise. Rishi Sharma, a beloved figure in the village, had been found dead under mysterious circumstances, sending shockwaves through the tight-knit community. But as the days turned into weeks, whispers began to circulate, pointing fingers at Amit, the estranged son who had returned to Emmerdale under a cloud of suspicion. It was in the dimly lit confines of the Woolpack pub that the confrontation would take place, amidst the clinking of glasses and the murmur of conversation. Amit sat alone at the bar, nursing a drink as he tried to drown out the accusing voices in his head. But his solitude was short-lived, for soon he would be confronted by the very person he had been avoiding, Mina, Rishi's grieving widow. Mina's eyes bore into Amit's soul, her gaze piercing through his defenses like a dagger through the heart. "You think you can hide from the truth, Amit," she seethed, her voice laced with anger and pain. "You know what you did, and you will pay for it." Amit's hands trembled as he clutched his glass, his mind racing as he searched for the words to defend himself. I didn't do anything," he stammered, his voice barely above a whisper. But even as he spoke, doubt gnawed at his conscience, threatening to consume him from within. The tension in the air was palpable, suffocating in its intensity, as the other patrons of the Woolpack watched the scene unfold with bated breath. For they too had their suspicions, their own secrets lurking beneath the surface, waiting to be exposed. But just as the confrontation seemed poised to reach its breaking point, a voice rang out from the back of the pub, cutting through the silence like a clarion call. It was Priya, Amit's sister, her eyes ablaze with determination as she stepped forward to stand by his side. "You have no right to accuse him, Mina," Priya declared, her voice steady, despite the turmoil raging within her. "We all loved Dad, but jumping to conclusions won't bring him back. We need to let the police do their job and find out the truth." Mina's eyes narrowed at Priya's words, her lips curled into a sneer of disdain. "You would defend him, after everything he's done," she spat, her voice dripping with venom. "You're just as guilty as he is, Priya, for turning a blind eye to his sins." But Priya stood her ground, her resolve unshakable as she faced down Mina's accusations. "I won't let you tear our family apart, Mina," she declared, her voice ringing with defiance. "We may have our differences, but blood is thicker than water. And no matter what happens, we'll get through this together." And so, amidst the chaos and confusion, the truth remained elusive, hidden beneath layers of deception and betrayal. But as the residents of Emmerdale grappled with the aftermath of Rishi's death, one thing became clear: the bonds of family ran deep, transcending even the darkest of secrets. And in the end, it was love that would light the way through the shadows of truth.